PAC, which I know you attended. There were lots and lots of speakers. But when you looked at the rundown, it struck me, because you have done such this push for minorities and for women, that there were two main women speakers from the podium. And isn't that the sort of message when women look at the Republican Party, when minorities look at the Republican Party, they don't see themselves in it? And I know it's about issues, and that you all have crafted issues, and you've done, as you mentioned, Rand Paul and Paul Ryan are out looking for solutions and things to talk about with poverty. But these sorts of things, the words and the pictures matter. What can you do to correct that kind of thing? Because
well, first of all, I mean, we don't run CPAC, but I thought that it was I thought it was a great week of talking about conservative principles, and I think it's important for our party to go to places that were strong and also go to places that were weak. But what are we doing? We're doing things like this 14-state ad campaign, talking to everyone in every state, talking about what brings everyone in this country together around the Republican Party, about creating your own American dream. Candy, it also means taking a national party like we did last year and historically changing the very nature of how we do business. We are putting people in every single battleground state across the country, every single community. We have a historic engagement effort in Hispanic, Asian, and African American communities, not just 5 months before an election, but for 4 years. This is what we do. We are a campaign committee. But one of the things we didn't do well in the past is communicate on a long-term basis in diverse communities across America. And what we're changing is that every day and every week we're in these communities talking about the Republican Party. I think that's important. That's how you change things.
You had a victory in Florida's 13th congressional district.
We
did. The Republican won, replacing a Republican, a deceased Republican. What is the lesson that you drew from that? Because it's awfully hard to sort of translate from March to November. But what's the lesson you drew from
Well, I mean, Obamacare is complete poison out there in the field. And so the lesson is going to be, number one, you have to hit your main target, which is Obamacare. But secondly, David Jolly gave a positive vision. I mean, he talked about tax reform. He talked about, issues that are affecting a lot of seniors around the district that he represents. So he had a position on Obamacare, which was obviously positive for him. He had a positive message besides Obamacare. And we also had an effort that was cooperative with the RNC and the state party, where we were taking some digital advances that we had made, some walking applications that we had put in the field, and our data was talking to our political field operation in a historical way for our party, and it worked.